Hello, it's Arrow here. I am going to be sharing with you one of my free for all matches with Ninetale for my free for all cup. So I start with Lantern, and I get a few hits off with my water gun because I know I'm trying to eat the power up punch with Azumarill. And Azumarill is a safe switch. It just you switch it into anything, and it can take the opponent's shields or just do a lot of damage to him, as you'll see here. So I switch into Azumarill. I run Bubble, Play Rough, and Ice Beam. I'll tell you why in a minute when I show you his team. I'm going to get an Ice Beam off. This Bastiodon is just going to... I'm going to eat this attack because I know I got to save the shields for my Skarmory and my Lantern. So Azumarill's attacking his Bastiodon, and I think I'm going to get to another Ice Beam here. I am. So I get to that Ice Beam. I get the 3 rings. He's going to shield. At this point, I'm hoping he uses a charged attack, because if he uses a charged attack, I know he doesn't have energy, and I'm just going to let Azumarill die. I don't need him anymore. He served its purpose. He did good. So at this point, I bring out Lantern, and I'm just trying to build up more energy on his Bastiodon. So Lantern is going to continue to build energy, and he's going to bring out Medicham, and I'm going to immediately shield this power-up punch because I don't want a lot of damage being done to Lantern, and that's bringing me down to 1 shield. I switch into Skarmory because knowing Lantern has a Thunderbolt ready, and I'm just trying to get as much off of his Medicham as I possibly can. I eat that power-up punch because I know Skarmory doesn't really do a lot to Lantern. No, Medicham is going to hurt Skarmory, but it'll be on the 3rd power punch. So he switches in his Sableye, and at this point I'm like, okay, I got this. I got to shield. I got to save my Skarmory. Just going to farm up enough energy to hit 2 with Sky Attack since he has no shields. Has no shields. And then I'm going to hit my first Sky Attack on Sableye, and that's going to knock the Sableye right out. And I have 1 Air Slash till I get another Sky Attack. I'm hitting that 2nd Sky Attack, and it's going to knock his Medicham out. And that's going to be GG's. Skarmory, if you can farm any sort of energy on any specific Pokemon by using 1 shield, I really recommend it. That goes for regional battles or free-for-all battles. These battles are pretty much in the same format as regional because we're both using teams that can be used in regional. And so I do that, and now I'm like, me personally, I love this Lantern, Azumarill, Skarmory lineup. I think it benefits from any lineup at all. It's going to at least be a close game. So we start the match off, and I get to where I have... We're waiting. Lantern's my favorite lead. I ran a Lantern lead in my regional, which I went 3-2 in. Also got to battle against Valor Ash, one of the best players in the world. Very nice guy. So I would start off with Lantern. He starts off with the Tropius, and I got to get out of there. First thing I got to do is get out of there. I got to save my Lantern. I get to go into Azumarill. Reason being is I want to be able to use Ice Beam against anything and everything that comes in. But he does the smart thing and switches into Bastiodon. Bastiodon versus Azumarill. It's not a favorable matchup for me, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So at this point, I'm just like, I got to eat whatever attacks he throws because I know I got to save my shields for Skarmory on that Tropius later on. So I'm just Ice Beaming him. He decides to shield that. I'm not going to shield this. At this point, I'm trying to take the shield advantage, which I think I do a good job of, but then again, I was just at a disadvantage because Azumarill needed more help against Bastiodon. So, get another Ice Beam off. Bastiodon gets down to pretty low health, and then I switch into Lantern immediately. I'm going to have to eat this attack, but I think I might... I eat this attack. And I'm just trying to charge move, get as much energy for Lantern as possible, because I know as soon as I kill this Bastiodon that Tropius is coming out. So the first thing I'm going to do is switch into Skarmory because I know I have to. And at this point, I'm hoping, like, maybe it's a Skarmory matchup. I probably should have done a little bit of different thing here, but, I mean, it's a Skarmory versus Skarmory. It's just going to be who's going to shield what. I have 2 shields. He has 2 shield. He has 1 shield. And so I shield that Sky Attack knowing I need to take the advantage with my Skarmory. I'm going to get another Sky Attack off. He's not going to shield. I'm going to end up taking the Skarmory down pretty low health. He gets another Sky Attack off. And this is where I shield. And so now it's down 0 shields to 1. And I'm thinking, can I take this Skarmory out without using charge moves? And I think I got scared, so I ended up using one. If I hadn't gotten scared, I think I would have pulled this match out. But it's okay. I used a Sky Attack to finish off the Skarmory. He still has a shield. And even though I'm charging up that Sky Attack, Tropius is going to shield it. And at this point, it's over. There's really nothing I can do. He's going to use Leaf Blade or Aerial Ace to finish off my Skarmory. I'm going to bring in Lantern. Get enough to get off the Thunderbolt. And it's going to do some damage, but it's not going to do a lot of damage. So at this point, it's over. Tropius is just going to swing his long neck and smack the crap out of Lantern. So we're going to round 3. Same type of format of regionals, pretty much. So this could help y'all if y'all want to be looking into things for your regional team. And me personally, I never changed my lineup like this. I never started a Skarmory lead. But I knew that I could. So I started off with Skarmory this match. And it was hard for me to do because I love Lantern. I love starting with him. He's my favorite Pokemon in the regional format and free-for-all. He just covers so much. So I start off with Skarmory, and I'm like, what is he going to bring? I'm thinking, like, it's either going to be Tropius. I'm really hoping it's not Bastiodon. Or it's going to be Medicham. So, luckily for me, I think the 2 Lantern leads to start is what scared him away from using Bastiodon to start. So, at this point, as soon as it loads through, we're going to be starting with Skarmory versus Medicham. And that's a great lead for me. So, we're going to be going through this. He's going to switch out immediately into Bastiodon. And I do something stupid. I'm used to Lantern being on the other side, okay? And I switch into Azumarill. And at this point, I'm just like, oh, I can't do anything here. Oh, I thought I screwed up really badly on this. So, Azumarill's, I just gotta tank hits. I just gotta tank the attacks from Bastiodon. We're gonna get as many Ice Beams off as we can. Do as much damage as we can. And Azumarill's gonna take this Bastiodon down a little bit, but, I mean, it's not gonna do very much. I get to where Azumarill gets another Ice Beam off, and it's great, doing damage to his Bastiodon. I get even more. He gets another charge move off, and I decide to shield because I know I can get to another Ice Beam. So I get to another Ice Beam. I'm thinking, if he lets this go, I'm going to win this matchup. I think he ends up shielding it, though. Yes, he shields it. So now it's 1-to-1 in shields, and he's going to have advantage. I'm not going to shield this. I'm just like, what should I do? I'm thinking I got to hide my Lantern. So I bring in Skarmory to get that one little farm of energy. It's not much, but it'll actually really help me. He brings in his own Skarmory. At this point, I'm just like, what do I do? Do I fight Skarmory versus Skarmory knowing Lantern has a losing matchup to Medicham? if he brings Medicham. So I'm like, I gotta just bring in Lantern. I don't have to shield anything. It's a safe switch. And so he's going to bring in Medicham. And he is going to use a Power Punch. And I'm not going to shield this, I don't believe. Because I know that I can reach the Thunderbolt without shielding. So I use Thunderbolt. And he's going to shield. And this may have saved me the match. Knowing that he's shielded, I'm going to end up eating this attack, saving my last shield for Skarmory. And Skarmory is going to come in to this Medicham, build up enough energy to finish it off with one charge move. And then it's going to be a half health Skarmory versus a full health Skarmory pretty much with more energy. So he has the health advantage, but I have the energy advantage. So I'm going to hit the first guy attack. And at this point, I'm like, this is good. I'm looking good. So I get him down to low health. I'm going to shield this. And I had to shield that, or otherwise he'd have won. And it's just a race to the charge move at this point. And since I had the energy advantage from before, I ended up winning. So, yeah. I took the dub on that. Thank y'all for watching. It was a good game. Thank you for the matches, Ninetale. You can see his team comp there. He ran pretty good team.